Hello and welcome to Data Planet. I'm Emma Davis, and today's guest is Bilal Khan, Senior Director of Inbound Marketing at Software Finder. Welcome to the show, Bilal.
Hi, Emma. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
So, I wanted to have you on the show because so many of our clients and friends in the industry are SaaS companies or SaaS adjacent. And we get a lot of questions about new opportunities to drive or capture demand, um, specifically via paid channels, 'cause that's what my company does. And when I came across Software Finder, I felt that this is the kind of thing I would want to explore on behalf of those folks and have some answers. So why not just record it and make it shareable? So yeah, wanted to invite you on because I'm very familiar, and we've done a lot of paid media work in the past with channels like Capterra and G2 and Software Advice. So because those are sort of my touch points, I wonder if you can start by telling us about where Software Finder fits in to that world or stands out in that world.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, so first of all, in the world of AI where we are right now, developing software has become extremely easy. People are developing all sorts of SaaS software left and right. We think the biggest challenge now is to market them, to reach out to the right customer. Acquiring the right sort of leads. So that is where Software Finder comes in. We help vendors with all sorts of different needs right now. But before that, we what we understand is that not all buyers are the same and not all vendors are the same. So, no single standardized solution is going to work for everyone now. Software discovery, we feel, needs personalization. Vendors require growth models. And at the core of all of this is that human consultation still matters a lot. So this is where Software Finder basically steps in. The services that we offer are for basically for everybody. If you're looking for visibility, then we've got specialized premium placements for you. If you're looking for awareness, we offer CPC services. If it is discoverability that you want, then we've got a vendor portal for that. If you want sales qualified leads, for that we've got a PPC program. So that is our positioning sort of for buyers. So we are offering a host of different software services, marketing services for all sorts of software companies in the SaaS domain.
Okay, fantastic. And so assuming now all of the SaaS companies that we work with are flocking to Software Finder as like, oh, we need to get our profile set up there. We need to, start running campaigns, all that. What companies perform best either organically or through paid offerings? And do you have any suggestions for, what to focus on in getting set up there?
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot depends on your budget and your goals. The first thing has to be that if you're a funded company, if you're a startup that has enough in the kitty, then we would strongly suggest PPC more. That is where we can really help you out. We've got tons and tons of experience in that. We've got some of our clients who've been working with us since our reception. We started off in 2019, and there are a few clients who have been there with us since the start, especially in the EMR category, electronic medical record category. So that is where we can truly help you. If you feel that okay, we are already we're getting the sort of leads that we want, but we want to sort of one up against our competitor. So we've got the premium placements for you. We've got about I would say around 1,000 category pages on our website right now. So those are up for grabs. You can place yourself wherever you want in your specific category. So we can sort of help you with that. So again, it depends again on your goals. Is it visibility? Is it augmentation? Is it getting leads? So yeah, it completely sort of depends on that. So if you come to us, we've got our entire beat, our business development team who are experts in this, and they can completely help you out and sort you out.
Okay. And are there any, minimum spend thresholds or anything to get started on Software Finder, either organically or through your paid offerings?
I don't think I can give you a dollar figure right on top of my head, but we are definitely cheaper than most of the competition. One thing that you probably should know about the competition right now is that there's been a major market shift in 2026. G2 has now acquired SoftwareWise, their own Capitera, so the market really moved around. So we feel that what's happening is right now is a bit of a monopoly. So the price war concept is kind of dying right now. So we are there. We're still offering our competitive rates. We are still sort of offering a lot of value to a lot of people still. So this 2026 market consolidation that is fundamentally happened, it's completely reshaped the competitive landscape. So yeah, we are sort of free from that right now, and we can still offer a lot of value.
Okay. And in terms of insights into performance, so does Software Finder provide, do you have like a tracking pixel? Do you have any sort, what sort of reporting is available for your partners?
Yeah, again, that completely. So for each services that I mentioned, I've talked about placements. I've talked about for a vendor portal. We've got dashboards for all of these. If somebody is sort of signs up for a vendor portal, they can completely, they have complete stats of how often their website has been visited, how much traffic has been driven. We've recently introduced the feature of where you can even run your own review campaigns. You can come and you can start send emails to relevant people who can then leave reviews on your profile as well. So yeah, I mean, we've got obviously we're very big on dashboards. It's all about performance. If you're not delivering results, the sort that business company wants. I mean, if it's a startup, obviously they're very concerned always about the budget that they have. So obviously we try to maximize the value in that sense. So
Mhm.
yeah, even for our placement section, there is a lot of we've got a very extensive dashboard which tells you that how long is your placement going to last? Is there, we probably might be introducing a competitive bidding process in that as well, because we're receiving a lot of interest. So we've got pretty much for all the services that we are offering, we offer, pretty intensive dashboards. For the PPL program, specifically, I think it's just the amount of leads that we produce at a very low cost, we speak for themselves. So on that end, I don't think it's the dashboard that matters. It's the sales qualified, the number of sales qualified leads that actually matter, and we are pretty good with that.
Okay, fantastic. And so I started this conversation sort of pitting Software Finder against some of the, long-standing and potentially, to your point, monopolistic competitors for you guys. Um, for a SaaS company that is considering, I'm not listed on any of those sites. What are the benefits to their business for participating at all, regardless of, if they're investing in PPC or PPL, pay per lead programs there? Like, why should they consider just listing themselves on Software Finder?
Yeah, I mean, listing is free. You can always come and you can list yourself for free with us, and then that is where things start to happen. I mean, if you want, we can list you uh, ourselves as well. We can help you with that, or you can come and list yourself. We've got in excess of 25,000 software companies that are listed with us right now. So you become one of them, and then you begin to see the value immediately. Again, based on your requirements, we can help you, meet your goals, whatever they are. Like I've talked about, if it's visibility or augmentation or cutting leads. So it's listing is free, and then we are offering also services which sort of augment that whole landscape, and then whatever requirements are, we there to meet you.
Okay. And so what does a software business need to get started on Software Finder? They need a website, a little bit of copy. Is that
Yeah, sure. I
legit?
mean, if you're a legitimate software company, just come out to our website, log in, set up your signups, make your account, and then put in your information. Website has to be there. Your social media handles will be definitely a plus. And then if you want to put in information about your website, there are certain defined sections. For example, we have got overview, pros and cons, FAQs, all of those already present. So it's kind of acts like a mini web page for your website. With the exception that if a new company comes in, obviously the domain rating for their website is not as high as ours. We have got an authority that other smaller companies that do not have at the moment. It will take you a lot of time to rank your website. So we can help you with that. I mean, the moment you become a part of our ecosystem, you will have a very, very higher chance of ranking than maybe if you started from scratch from your own website. So obviously we offer you that, and then we sort of act. We can also potentially, if you partner with us, act as your extended marketing arm. If, for example, if a new company is starting in the software business, you don't generally have, you may have budgets, but you don't have those sorts of, marketing teams that are, or the sales team that will be doing the heavy lifting for you. So we can do that heavy lifting for you. Because you're in a completely new domain, you don't know who to reach out to, you don't know what your marketing strategy is going to be, you don't know what are your unique value propositions. We can help, sort of sort all of those out for you, place you in the right category places with your competitors. So that obviously, really shortens the time for you to sort of kick off. So yeah, that we've heard from our competitors, from our customers as well, and they've been extremely pleased with the service that we're offering. That they feel that we gave them a very good lift off, and they're very good in a very good place right now after that.
Fantastic. And this would be, I imagine, fairly anecdotal at this point, but have you heard from any of your customers about any benefits to being listed on Software Finder that they're seeing in terms of their their SEO, GEO, any of like, does that improve not just visibility on your website, but visibility of their brand via other tools that may be crawling Software Finder or using some of the data on your platform to help inform responses to queries?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, multiple. There are countless examples of this sort, not just one, and from different categories. Again, I would not like to name the software company right now, but I would like to mention three categories where we feel that vendors have come and they've really sort of told us that this partnership was especially beneficial for them. In the EMR category, like I said, there are a couple of vendors who've been there for us first. So I think one that I can easily name is Athena Health. It's one of the oldest ones in the US, and we are a very old partner with them. So those, it's been very, very beneficial for them. The other core category of ours is the payroll category, which again is something which is fundamental to all business, right? So there were a few vendors from them who sort of listed with us on our website, and they immediately got a very organic boost. And then it's not just that we list you down. We write very informed content about you. We write very, comparison pages. We add you to our best of articles. We write, this versus that articles. So it's very alternatives. Top five, that kind of list. And we've got some very hardworking, some very software specialists with us who are really good at that sort of thing. So they do a very intensive research, and then that, of course, again, if the article starts to rank, you sort of start to rank. So as a result, it really boosts your online presence.
Amazing. And so, Bilal, I feel like I'm approaching the like, okay, these are the questions I would have. Is there anything that you want to sort of brag about with Software Finder? Anything else you think would be important for SaaS founders or SaaS companies considering
Yeah.
expanding onto new
uh,
platforms to know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the core belief that I want to talk about right now is that, with AI coming up, we feel that it's kind of, you don't want to just go to an LLM and ask what is a good software for my niche, or and is this the software that I should be buying, from talking from a buyer's perspective. Because software buying, we feel, is it's as technical and logical as it is emotional. You are investing, because software starts from around $1,000 and goes up to $50,000 a year. So that's a lot of amount to invest. So if you are on that journey, you don't want to just go to an LLM, or you don't want to just do a quick Google search and make your decision. You want to talk to a human. And in this world, the feedback that we've been getting is that, obviously AI is a great thing. It's a blessing, but people, I feel there's a bit of AI fatigue is building up already. And, when they call up, talk to people, when a bot answers, that is not very comforting for them. They'd rather hear from a human. They'd rather have that human experience, that human touch, that will help them make that decision. And that is what we are there for. We offer human centric guidance. We often human centric experiences, which will help you come to the decision, which is a very critical decision. I mean, you want a payroll software, sure, but this is a payroll software you want to stick for the next 4 or 5 years. You don't want to be switching. Switching from one to another is a very costly activity. You can't take those decisions every day. So it's very important that you stick with the right one and you stick with them for the longer term. So at the heart of everything that we do, it is to help people find the right software. So to do that, obviously, we have to partner with the right software companies as well. So we really try very, very hard to recommend the correct software to the people who are on their buying journey. We for us, every buying journey is different. People have different workflows, they've got different budgets, they've got different operational problems, they've got different implementation realities. So therefore, what they require is consultation which must be personalized. They require recommendations which have context to them. They
Mhm.
want discovery that should not be one size fits all. So that is where we feel that our content is editorially reviewed. We have software comparisons, like I mentioned. We've got real product insights, human consultants. So our consultants actually talk to buyers. We understand the operational pain points of our customers, which helps simplify the selection process, and eventually saves you money and also saves you time. So that in itself is that we are not just a directory. What we offer is an advisory layer. So that
Mhm.
is the key to what we're offering right now. So yeah, if you're a vendor, if you're a buyer, it doesn't matter. Come to our website. Looking if you're looking for a software, if you're looking to partner with us, no matter what buyer journey you're on, or no matter what vendor journey you're on, uh, we can act as your extended marketing arm. We can provide you with sales qualified leads. We can help you get visibility if you're a vendor. We can set up your profile on our website. Whatever you require. So for a SaaS company, for a budding SaaS company, we feel that we've got everything that you need right now on
Mhm.
this journey.
Nice. And I'm glad that you mentioned also the buyers on Software Finder, not just the software companies who are listed there. Um, and and just being able to empower people trying to make those big decisions. For me, like cost is always a big thing, but even bigger is, my team's time is so valuable. And the last thing I want is to invest a ton of time in something that then is just a dead end or everybody hates or, oh, it turns out this didn't do what we expected it to do. So having a place where, you can get some expert trusted advice on that. It's almost like you guys are more of a software matchmaker. Like, oh, this is what you want. Here's the best thing for you. And also here's some education along the way so that you feel more confident in your decision. So um, yeah,
Yeah, I
fantastic.
mean, the idea is that not all buyers are the same, and not all vendors are the same. So not a single standardized solution works for everybody. There's no one size fits all. Software discovery, we feel, needs a certain degree of personalization. Vendors need tailored growth models. But the most important factor I feel is that human consultation still matters deeply, and that's what we're here for.
Amazing. Bilal, thank you so much for sharing so much with me about Software Finder. Again, this isn't our typical episode. This is fully like, I want to know this information. And I imagine I will have conversations with people about this over and over. Let's just record it. And that way I could share it and save us all some time and hear directly from Senior Director of Inbound Marketing. So thank you so much, Bilal, for joining me today on Data Planet. Listeners, if you want to learn more about Bilal, about Software Finder, details will be in the show notes. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Emma. It was a pleasure being here.